Hey, welcome back. So now we are going to start the creation of the page, and we are going to do it bringing our design from Photoshop all the way to Brizy. Brizy is one of the best builders in the market today. It's my builder of choice for my professional projects, and also is my builder of choice for my trainings. We know about all the different builders in the market. I have experience with all of them, but Brizy is my choice because it's easy to understand and it's easy for people without any knowledge of web design, all the way to professionals that really are experienced in the business. I have more than 20 years of experience. To be honest with you, I create websites before even WordPress was launched. So this is one example of how a person who came from all the way from a time where there's no templates, no frameworks, no WordPress, no plugins, no nothing, all the way to here. And I can tell you, I saw everything in the business. I work with every single builder. I try multiple templates, thousands and thousands of projects, and I can tell you this: Brizy is one of the best platforms for you to build your website. And that is my choice because I don't know your level of experience. I don't know how many websites you create in your life. I don't know even if this is the first website of your life. So I have to be careful as an instructor to make sure you're gonna receive the right information and the best opportunity to get your project done right. Okay, so let's do it. It's easy, it's not complicated, and you're gonna check with me. On the side, on this video, you're gonna see that you're gonna create a lot of different things. We're gonna pretty much build our page from scratch all the way up. So don't worry about all the amount of information, but pay attention that I'm creating on this course. There's a specific module for all the tools of Brizy on the left side that you're going to see. So I created one specific video for each one. So if you have any question about any specific tool, you're going to be able to learn about it. All right. Okay. So let's jump in and let's create our page for our Italian restaurant. All right. So let's go to pages. Then after going to pages, we're going to go into add new page. After that, we're going to give a name. So let's give the name as home for this page and just publish, and that's it. Right from the start, you can see your WordPress created a URL, specific URL for this page, which is italianvillagegourmet.com/home. Okay, so this is our URL. Now the next step is we're gonna have to start creating with Brizy. I just mentioned before. So click here on this button, edit with Brizy. All right, that is nice. So the next step now we are going to do is create a page with some specific elements. Okay, every single page has a header and has a footer. Okay, and we're going to work with the theme and also with the builder. There's two different things. The theme is how everything is, what holds everything. It's kind of like the land of your house. You know, when you purchase a house, you have the land. I don't know how big is the backyard, the total size of your land dimensions. This is the theme. The builder is where you're going to build your house. Is the tool is going to be to build your house or to build your website. So you're going to work with the theme and the builder at the same time. So for now, the second step you have to take is transform and tell the page that we are going to use a page template, but is the default page template. The page is going to reload a little bit and you're going to save it. All right. So now we're going to do this. When you click in the plus button right here in the center, just a quick navigation on the tool, you have a lot of different pre-created blocks, pre-made blocks. These blocks are easy and quick to edit and to add any information you want. So for example, I just click on at the center of the page and I'm going to add, for example, this block right here. When I add the block, you can see that the block has all the text and the pictures from the original version. See, there's a cherry picture here and there's some text on the left. When I click to add, I received exactly what the blocks is providing me. And I have now a picture that I can change anytime. I have my text, I have a form, everything is here ready to use. So you never have to create this design. This design was pre-made for you. And also, if you want to add more layers or more blocks, as we call, these blocks are here ready for you. For example, let me add another box or another block here. This one with the form on the right. See, it's right here, ready to use. Some text here, some picture on the background, and the form right here. This is the beauty of Brizy. Brizy has a lot of different blocks for every single aspect of your website. And every single aspect really are covered by this amazing builder. Here you can use all these blocks and make your website in minutes, basically minutes, and have published for your clients or for your customers. Okay, all right. So Brizy has these many numbers of blocks available for you. Check it out. So many different designs, clean, black, black background, light background. You have the kit number 1. You have another kit number 2 with all the different styles and designs you want. All of these structures here, they belong to the same builder. It's right here, ready for you to use. This is amazing, right? All right, so let me delete these 2 blocks I just created. So I'm gonna go over here and delete on the corner, or you can just go on the left and click on this second icon here and delete from here. All right, now this is just a blank page as we started. Okay, all right, so let me update this page and let me make sure that we have all the information we need ready to use. Okay, all right, so now we have our template here, our page here. So the first thing you have to do again, you have to come over here at the bottom left of the page, and on this icon here, the second icon from the top to bottom, click over here and choose the page template as default. Okay, after doing this, you're gonna save and update the page. Now you have to refresh the page. So let me refresh the page. Wow, after refreshing the page, 2 new elements are here. The first element is the footer, is the header, and the second element is the footer right here. These elements do not belong to Brizy. They belong to the theme of the page. So the theme of the page has the logo or the name of the website. We have a small navigation here. This is the menu, and this is a small search icon. On the footer, you have the copyright and the name of the website, right? These are the 2 elements we have today. So before we even start creating the page, we need to set up our navigation and also set up our header and our footer. So let's save and update right here. Every time you want to update something, you have to come right here on the blue button and update the page. Make sure you always update the page so you're not going to lose your work. Okay? All right. So with that being said, there's another button here that is very important, is the preview button. So if I click here on my preview button, what is going to happen? I'm going to preview the page, and this is how the page looks like so far. If we go back to the builder in a different tab, right here, you can see this title belongs to the page, and we have nothing here in the middle, exactly like here. We just have the title of the page, the name of the website, navigation, search bar, and also the copyright and the name on the footer. So we have nothing in the middle of the page. So we have the update button, the preview button, and we have the undo button that you're going to use a couple times. Okay. All right. So let's add some content here in the middle, just as an example, just for us to see how the page looks like. So let me click on the plus button here, And then let me pick any block, okay? Just and for an example, just for us to see something in the page so you can pre-visualize how the team is working with the website. All right, let me pick this one here and update. All right, now let me preview this page. Again, this small little button here. I clicked, and then I have the page with the block I just added. Okay, now the second thing you have to do is customize our project. So let's customize it. Click here on the black bar on the top and click in customize. After that, you're going to be able to customize a lot of different elements around the page. So the first thing we don't want it is the title. This title here is using a lot of space of our page, and this is not interest for us. So let's just remove this title from the page. How can you do this? Here on the left side, you go all the way down and go to the option called pages. Here on pages, there's the option called title, page title. So let's turn off the title of the page. But you see that we still have a little gap here that should not be here. And we still have a little gap right here that should not be here either. So let's just remove the gaps. Content area vertical spacing. Now we have two gaps on the top and the bottom. Let's remove and disable. See? And then just publish. Sometimes you're going to see a little gap here, but it doesn't matter because with the new blocks, this gap is going to disappear. Okay? We already said that we don't want the gaps on the page. Also, we're going to disable the comments. Okay? Just go over here on the bottom left and just disable the comments. All right. So the structure of our page is done at this point. Now we have to go all the way up and talk about our header. So the header is composed by a couple elements. If you click here on the main row, this button here on the corner, you're going to be able to add it. And here you can see three different layers. Layer number 1, top row, main row, and bottom row. Okay? The logo and the navigation, they are on the main row. Okay? So this is the logo, this is the element for the menu, and this is the element for the search. The logo is here, the menu is here, and the search is here. It's just a copy, a mirror of whatever you have on the top, you're gonna have here in the on the bottom. Okay? All right. So let's move the menu and put in the middle of our header. Just dragging and dropping right here. Now the menu is at the center of the bar, the menu bar. Also, if you want to keep the search bar, that is awesome. But if you don't want to keep the search bar or the search icon, just remove it, clicking on the X on the side of the element. All right, so now we have the menu and we have the logo. However, we already have a logo, right? We have a specific logo that is right here on our Photoshop, and you know the logo is right here. So now our work is to create a specific file, is a specific PNG file without a background that's going to be our main logo. How can you do this? So the first thing, I'm working on Photoshop, but you can do it in any other software of your preference. Usually what I do is go to Photoshop and make a selection around my logo. Awesome. And then I can copy the background and create a new file based on my selection, 211 and 80, and I create this file. So this file here is proportional to my selection over here, is this selection, right? Now I'm gonna bring my logo all the way to this specific file. Look at that. My logo is a vector file, so I can extend and make it bigger as much as I want. So let me go back and expand the size all the way up to 1200. All right, now I can see the logo, but I don't want any of these borders here. I don't want any gap, any space around the logo. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna kill all this space around the logo and make very narrow as much as I can. And then I have to delete the background and even push the logo a little bit close to the edge. And this one as well. All right, so my logo is right here. Then I'm going to save and export for web as a PNG file. Now I'm going to add inside of my folder logo, and then I'm going to go back to my customizer, to my builder, and click on these three dots on the side of the logo. Then I'm going to select the logo and select the files right here. I'll go to my specific folder, and this is my logo. All right, my file is right here. Then I'm going to disable the site title. All right, then I can even increase or decrease the size of my logo as much as I want. And then I'm going to publish. Now my website has a logo, which is the most important part of the header, the logo of your company or the logo of your business. Okay, so we created the logo on Photoshop, or we extract and export the logo from Photoshop, or you can use any other software you want, or you can, if you already have the logo, just upload on the website and then make sure it's on the top header. Okay. But I see there's a big gap here on the top. There's another big gap here at the bottom. So let's make a little bit shorter in terms of the distance of the logo from top to bottom. So let's click in the main row. And here you have the option row minimum height. Let's bring all the way down. Now looks more balanced and looks closer to the examples we saw in the last class. A very narrow header. All right, it looks good. Now the second thing is we have to create our navigation bar. Okay, so based on our main composition here on Photoshop, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements on the menu, and we have also a button called Book Your Table Today. Okay, or Book Your Table. So we're gonna have to bring a couple information here. Just for us to have an idea, we're gonna need the font type and the colors available to create the elements of the header. All right, let's go back. And let's first go back on our theme settings right here. And under the tab typography, we are going to select the typography for the entire website, at least for the theme. So let's go with the system default and let's select the search bar and type the font we are using for the search for the menu, which is Barlow. All right, so Barlow is our default, is a base font for our entire website. Let's publish. Let's go back and now change the color scheme. And the color scheme is very important because we are using the black and we're using reds, we're using yellows, but for the theme, we're gonna use the red and the black, okay? So let's select the black color and see which, what is the color, what is the color code for the red. And for the others, it's easy, it's pretty much just black. We can also use the green as well. Let's go back to the customizer. And here under the colors, let me go back again. This is your general, this is the main navigation. On the customizer, click on the colors. And then the color number 1 is gonna be the red. So I'm gonna just paste the code we copied from Photoshop. The second one is gonna be the green. So let's go back on Photoshop. Do you remember we have our color palette here? So let me bring my color palette back. And then let me just select the green. Let's select this one here. Let me copy the code and go back and paste it. All right. So now this is our red, our green, And now let's make our little gray color here a little bit close to the gray. And I think we have all the colors we need right now. So now we are going to make this navigation a little bit bigger. Usually the best size for the navigation is 15. So for you to go to the navigation is very simple. Mouse over, go to the three dots here. Then you go to Design tab on the top level options. And then here you just click on the number that represents this font size. The font size is 12. Let's go up to 15. All right, that is good. Now we have the navigation, we have the logo, and here we need to add a button. Do you remember we have a button right here? Okay, let's go all the way and add a button. So our main row has a logo here, the menu is here, and now we need to add a button right here. How can you do this? Let's go back and let's click on the main row. Let's go back one level and just drag the menu button all the way here. Now we have the button and it's already red because we selected the red color before, do you remember? Now we have to change the text inside of the button. So click on the button and then instead of download, we're going to have the text book your table. I'm copying from Photoshop. Let me go back to our template and paste. However, it comes with a lowercase structure. So let's change that. Book your table, right? Now the second thing is the size of the button. Now the button the size is small right here. So let's go on medium size. Awesome. Let's publish, make sure it's saved. Then we can go to design and make sure the colors are working perfectly. Green and red. Another thing we can do is add a specific link for this button, which is the action. But we are not going to do now because we don't have the link at this point. So let's keep customizing. The second thing is, the last thing actually, is add to the menu some items so you can see the menu in real life. To do that, we're going to close the customizer right here on the corner. And then we go to new and we're going to go to, we have to go to dashboard and then create a new menu. You go to appearance and menus. All right, so let's create our first menu and you can give any name you want. So let's say menu 1. After that, just click create menu. After that, we have to add elements to our menu, right? We already have one element, which is the page. Under the page tab, we have home, which is our main page at this moment. So let's add to the menu right here. However, we don't have any of these pages ready yet. So one thing we have to do is add custom links so we can see how the menu is going to look like when you have the pages ready. So let's do it right now. You click on custom links, then you're going to use the hashtag sign and just add the text of the second item on the menu. So right here we have about us, right? We have to do the same. About us. Add to menu. The other one is menu. Let's do the same. Hashtag sign, menu. Add to the menu. The other one is specials, products, and contact us. Let's do all the three. Specials, products, and contact us. All right, so now we have all the items of our menu, and let's do this in a cap. All right, after that, you're gonna save the menu. Saving the menu, now you have to define two things. This menu is gonna be available for the header menu, one, and the mobile menu. This is very important. All right, let's see how it looks like. Let's go back to our page, click on the top of the page, and right click, open in a new tab. This is our menu. Now we can see exactly how it looks like in real life. Another important thing is, under customize, you have to make sure the menu, the navigation, has enough space, is correct in terms of the reading, and is not too close or too far from each other. So at this point, it looks great. I don't think we don't need to, you don't have to be bold. You can use a more soft size or font. So if you go here, let me go here and click on the three dots on the side of the menu, and then you have the option top level, and then you have the option design. Here you have the option of the size and the font. Now we have to change to bold. Instead of bold 700, we're going to use a regular. See how it changes? Now, if you're not happy with the regular, you can go with the medium, which is also a good option. Let's publish and close. Now we have our header. Our header is ready, and now we can visualize the website with all the information we have for our header. Okay, now we have our footer here. The footer is a very important element of our website. If you go back to our Photoshop, we can see that the footer consists in one logo, the social media icons, and the address of our restaurant. Okay, we can do this on Brizy. We don't have to do it on the theme, but if you want to do it on the theme, the only thing you have to do is copy the text from the address, or any information from the address on this layout, on this template, for example, and just go at the bottom, and let's go under customize. Let's customize again. Now you can go all the way down, and you see you have the three dots again over here. After that, you just replace the text with your text. See, it's right here. Now let's centralize this text and publish. One of the things you definitely can do it if you want is break in multiple lines. For example, we have here on our website address, info, the email is the second line, and the phone number is the third line. If you want to follow the same, it's not complicated at all. You just need to push and break down the lines and break down the phone number. All right. Now, one of the things we notice is that the background is completely white, right? So let's change it. If you go on the background of the layer and clicking on edit right here, you have the option design, and then you have the color right here. You can click on the color and select white and publish. Now, if you want to make it bigger, this text a little bit bigger, is even simpler. You can just click on copyright, select the whole text, and you can just go to the design, click on the font size, and make it bigger. At this point, I think you should use 18. The space between the lines, or the line height, you can also change it. You can go all the way up, all the way down. It's based on your taste. Let's keep number 2 or number 1 as our preference. Also, the letter spacing, you can go all the way up and all the way down. It's up to you. Then just publish and close the customizer. All right. Now it's showing in one line, but if depending on the resolution, it's going to show in 3 lines. If you don't want to use here on the footer of the theme, you can definitely do it on Brizy, and you can try that as well. All right, let's go back to our website on Photoshop. The first element we have here on Photoshop is the main hero banner. So on the next video, we're going to make the banner, and we're going to concentrate just on the banner, the hero banner, so you can create step by step and make sure it looks great for you. So this class is just for the header and for the footer. Let's go to the next video when you're going to learn how to create the hero banner.